Happy New Year, SAC fans. I'm Christian Stryker, and here's your daily dose for January 3rd, 2020. I hope everybody had a great Christmas holiday and a Happy New Year as we get the 2020 year kicking off here. We've got lots of stories to cover over the last couple weeks as we took a little break for the holidays, but we are back in action and ready to get going. So we're going to start with some award news coming out of football, and that's Lenore Ryan senior defensive back Kyle Duggar was named the Cliff Harris Award winner as the nation's top small college defensive player, presented annually by the Little Rock Touchdown Club and Wright Lindsay Jennings LLP. There's one winner that's announced from Division II, III, and NAIA, and that player this year is Kyle Duggar from Lenore Ryan. He is the only player in the 100-year history of Lenore Ryan football to have returned 2 punts for touchdowns in the same game, and he did it on 2 different occasions. He owns the record for most punt returns for touchdowns, 6, and most career punt return yards of 929 in his career at Lenore Ryan. He had 164 career interception return yards, which ranks him 7th in team history. Despite playing just 7 games this year, he was named the AFCA and D2CCA All-American and was invited as the only Division II player to be invited to the Reese's Senior Bowl. So congratulations to Kyle, and we look forward to seeing what happens for you in the next couple months as he is a NFL draft prospect. Also staying with award news in football, we had the D2 football All-America team was announced earlier this week. We had 8 players from the South Atlantic Conference. Lenore Ryan and Carson Newman both had 3 each. LR led the way with Jaquan Artis and Kyle Duggar both being named first-team All-Americans, while offensive lineman Jason Poe was a second-team selection. Carson Newman's 3 picks had first-team honoree Desmond Farrell, was a defensive back, as well as offensive lineman Philip McDowell and linebacker Rondro Peebles were honorable mention picks. Mars Hill's Craig Rucker was a first-team selection at wide receiver, and Wingate's Andrew Strickland was a honorable mention offensive lineman. So congratulations to those players for their All-American status. Moving over to wrestling news, the South Atlantic Conference Carolinas men's wrestling. We had 2 teams ranked in the top 20 nationally, as Newberry is ranked 10th and Limestone is ranked 13th. Individually, Newberry's Isaiah Royal is the top-ranked wrestler at the 141-pound division nationally. At 149 pounds, Limestone's Matt Rose is 7th. As well as teammate Sean Glasgow, who's 5th at 157 pounds. And at the 157-pound mark is in 6th is Newberry's Austin Palmer. Limestone also has Garrett Beam, who's 11th in the 165-pound class. Newberry's Zabran Gant is 8th at 184, and Limestone's Matt Rudy is 4th at 197. Coker's Ramon Carrera is the top 12 in the country individually among heavyweights at number 11. So congratulations to all those players and wrestlers on their outstanding rankings so far this season. Moving over to some basketball news as we get ready to start the new year here. We've got a lot of exciting basketball action as Lincoln Memorial men have jumped up to number 3 nationally. They are currently 12-1, have won their last 12 straight games, and they're 5-0 in the conference. Looking at the basketball standings, we've got some great stuff going on. On the men's side, as I said, Lincoln Memorial leads the league at 5-0. Catawba, Tusculum, and Mars Hill are all at 4-1, and then Queens and Newberry are at 3-2. Over on the women's side, Catawba women are 5-0, and they're 10-0 overall. They have won 10 straight games, undefeated so far this season. Following them, Anderson and Tusculum are both 4-1. Wingate is 4-2. And Carson Newman and Lincoln Memorial are both 3-2. So as we start the new year, got a lot of great stuff going on the basketball side of things. We look forward to seeing what happens with that as we get going this year. And I'm going to leave you today with the Learfield IMG Directors Cup fall standings. We had 7 South Atlantic Conference schools were on the list. We have 2 of them in the top 10. Wingate leads the way. They're ranked 3rd overall Division II teams with 283 points after the fall. Queens is number 8 with 198.5 points. Carson Newman finished ranked 36th, 126 points. Lenore Ryan is at 95 points at 53rd. Anderson is at 102 with 51 points. Lincoln Memorial is 104 with 50 points. And Catawba placed 128th with 25 points to round out the SAC schools. Those of you know, Learfield IMG Directors Cup basically ranks all the teams in the nation, their athletic programs based on their participation in NCAA championships, and awards a cup to the top program in the country. Last year, Queens finished 4th overall in Division II schools. That's going to bring us to our favorite, the famous sports quote. Today, mine comes from Mike Singletary. Do you know what my favorite part of the game is? The opportunity to play. For more on the SAC, be sure to check out our website at thesac.com. And we've got a lot of great action coming your way this weekend with men's and women's basketball in full swing again on Saturday. Be sure to check out our scoreboard at thesac.com/scoreboard. Also, head over to thesac.com/live. That's our live video portal through Stretch Internet, and check out all of the games live and in person. As it would be. You may not be able to be there in person, but you can watch them all live on TV. Be sure to like us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and be sure to follow along on all of our social media to check out all the latest on what's going on in the SAC. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.